got a bunch of potty mouths in your classroom this year? Yeah, me too, and I'm sick and tired of it, so I'm putting it to an end. Let me tell you what I do. It has worked quite well in the past. Some years I have to use it, some years I don't. For whatever reason, they talk like sailors this year. So I'm bringing out the good old-fashioned inappropriate statements made by students book. It's a very simple way of tracking what the kids said and making sure that you can put that kind of language in the classroom, put to an end. We're going to cut it out right now. How does it work? Very simple. Did I really just hear what I thought I heard from your group? Who was that? Okay, come here, young man. So, kid said something that obviously I'm not happy with. Now, I'm not going to send him to the office. I'm not going to make this somebody else's problem. This is my problem. This is my classroom. We're taking control of it right here, right now. So I pull this book out. I say, hey, I heard exactly what you said, word for word, so don't try and mess around with it. That's a funny statement. I will not lie. You will enjoy reading these at the end of the year. That's one of the perks to it. You go off in the summer and you can read through all the things you've heard. Some of them are quite entertaining, to be honest. Okay, come here. I heard exactly what you said. You're going to write it down here in this book. I need first and last name. I need your date and a signature. And then we're done with the book. Okay, I got you, Mr. Bielik. Now, sometimes they'll get uncomfortable. They're like, I don't even want to write that down. And I'm like, so here, this is me, this is a student, I'm gonna play two people. I don't care if you wanna write it or not, you said it. I mean, you obviously are comfortable speaking that way, you can write that way. So now they're in this uncomfortable situation, which kids don't like being in uncomfortable situations, and if they can avoid being in them, they probably will. So are they gonna continue to do it? Who knows, but it might encourage them to stop. Okay, so the kid writes down the sentence. He looks at me, is that good? Yeah, oh man, it even looks worse on paper, dude. Okay, you got a phone? Yeah. Pull it out. Why? Because I assume you have your mama bear in your contact list, right? Yeah. Text her that. I don't want to. I don't care. So then they text their parent, right? In quotations, exactly what they said. Now, I don't want their parent to get some random text message in the middle of the day going, my gosh, why is my son saying this to me? So they always follow it up with, hey, we don't want her thinking you're saying that to her, right? So after you write that down in quotations, then say, this is how I choose to speak at school. I know you raised me better. I love you. Always with that same ending. This is how I choose to speak at school. I know you raised me better, and I love you. Hopefully that I love you will put her in a better mood so she's not so harsh on you tonight when you get home, okay? But you do need to figure it out. Love you. Go take a seat back in your group. It's quite simple. It's very easy, but it's extremely effective. You don't want these kids to just think it's okay to speak the way some of them are speaking in public, right? I always talk about my daughters a lot of times. Ironic, I'm wearing this shirt, but my daughters do come to this school and they come and visit my classroom, right? And I don't want them to have to hear some of the things that I hear throughout a day. A lot of the kids respect me, I think, right? And so what I say to them is, if you have any respect for me, know that my daughters could be walking these halls coming to visit dad, and that stuff they don't need to hear, right? Help them to help you. It's a team effort, right? Don't just hammer a kid because he said a word that we all have heard probably. I mean, it depends on what level too, right? If you're teaching elementary, this is probably different. I'm not really preaching to those teachers. I'm teaching to those secondary teachers out there that we know what it sounds like in some of the classrooms that we walk in, and some of us got to manage on it, right? Where we walk in and you never hear that stuff. So I encourage you to hold these kids accountable. Don't let the little things slip because you're only teaching them the wrong way. Make them better people. Love you all and have a great rest of your day.